Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Los Angeles. I'm Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing, and this is the official press conference for Paul versus Woodley. You know, this summer, Showtime Sports has shown you why we are the preeminent leader in combat sports. We have brought you high stakes, intriguing championship unification this coming weekend, the undisputed championship fights. And whether it's in the ring on Showtime Championship Boxing or in the octagon, especially with Bellator's Grand Prix tournament coming, the championship, $1 million on the line at the end of the month, no one delivers to fight fans like Showtime and Showtime Sports. And today, we're here to announce another high-stakes, intriguing fight that will be coupled with a championship fight with pound of the best fighters in the world. Today's conference, by the way, we're streaming it live on Showtime Sports YouTube channel, on Jake Paul's YouTube channel, and live across a number of online streams around the world. And we are here to formally announce that on Sunday, August 29th, at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in the Buckeye State, Cleveland, Ohio, and live on Showtime pay-per-view, the main event will feature Jake, the Problem Child, Paul, taking on TYRON, the Chosen One Woodley, in an 8-round cruiserweight bout. Now, it will be fought at a catch weight. They've agreed on a 190-pound weight limit. It will also be coupled with another high-stakes championship fight, because you're going to have the unified champion, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world, Amanda Serrano, taking on another champion in Yamileth Mercado. The event being brought to you by Most Valuable Promotions, Showtime pay-per-view, and of course the pay-per-view telecast is going to begin at a special time. We're going to do it at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is 5 o'clock Pacific time. And of course, it's going to be produced, it's going to be distributed by Showtime pay-per-view. Now, tickets for this live event will be available for purchase, and they go on sale next week, Thursday, July 22nd at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com. Again, Thursday, July 22nd at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com. Barstool Sportsbook is the official sports betting partner for this event, so you want to lay down some stacks, make sure you hit up Barstool Sportsbook and lay down some money on who you think going to win it. Again, this fight coming your way, Showtime pay-per-view on Sunday, August 29th. Now, let me bring to the podium the brains behind Showtime's boxing schedule. I like to call him boxing's best friend. He is without doubt one of the coolest, most innovative cats in this business. He is the president, he's the GM of Showtime Sports, Mr. Stephen Espinoza.
Thank you, Brian. For over 35 years, Showtime has been the network for high-quality, big-time combat sports events. From the most promising young prospects to boxing's most accomplished champions, to quite literally the biggest pay-per-views in sports history, to the highest quality, most exciting MMA, we bring it all to you. And as Brian mentioned, our current schedule is a great proof of that. This Saturday, Jermell Charlo goes to hopefully make history in becoming the first undisputed four-belt champion in the super welterweight division against a very tough Brian Castagna. Next week, the 20th anniversary of ShowBox, the unique franchise, Showtime's unique groundbreaking series. It's the only series in boxing that identifies and develops young champions year after year. And then July 31, right here in LA at the Forum, Bellator's biggest fight ever, Patricio Pitbull versus AJ McKee, the featherweight world champion, the Grand Prix championship, and of course, the $1 million bonus. And that's all just in the next 2 weeks. So as you see, Showtime Sports covers every aspect of combat sports. This isn't a trend, it's not a fad. This is who we are. We are the home premier combat sports. And that's why this event is on Showtime pay-per-view. August 29th is certainly no exception. In just 3 fights, Jake Paul has become the talk of boxing and of combat sports. People ask me repeatedly, why did we become involved in this? What is it that got us involved? And my response is, look, we weren't the first ones to the party here, but we do recognize a good party when we see one. And the reality, what Jake has done in his first 3 fights is unprecedented in combat sports. No one has generated this kind of attention in 3 fights, in just the first 3 fights of their career. The commitment that Jake has made, and you've seen it already, is that he respects the sport, he takes it seriously, and he is committed to fighting tougher opponents with each fight. And you see that. He is progressing with each fight, and I promise you that will continue to happen going forward. As for TYRON Woodley, well, we know exactly what to expect from him. Strikeforce fighter, appeared 9 times on Showtime. He's a 5-time UFC world champion. 14 of his 19 wins were by TKO or submission. He is an elite combat sports athlete. This is an intriguing matchup, a true 50-50. If anyone tells you they know how this fight is going to go, they're lying. Because this is the epitome of a 50-50 fight. And with that intriguing main event, we're going to surround it with high-quality boxing matches. We have a couple of the fighters here today in one of our featured prelim fights. And Showtime is proud of its history in women's combat sports, both boxing and MMA. We had Amanda Serrano on Showtime before. We're proud to welcome her back to the network. She is, without question, one of the best pound-for-pound female fighters on the planet, possibly the best pound-for-pound. And she is one of the most exciting fighters, male or female, in the sport. A prolific knockout artist. She's got her work cut out from her. A champion in her own right, Yamileth Mercado, brings her own title, history, her own belt into this. She's moving up 4 pounds. In this, for another installment of the classic Puerto Rico versus Mexico matchup. We will have 2 more fights for the pay-per-view card, which will be announced very shortly. They will be competitive boxing cards. This is not a novelty. This is not an exhibition. This is real boxing. This is a competitive sporting event, and it is something that you should not miss. We thank our partners, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse and Barstool Sportsbook, and we will see you all on August 29th.
I told you, You know, the thing I love about Stephen, again, thinking out of the box, he's innovative. That's what the sport needs. We'll bring more eyeballs to the sport, invigorate the sport, infuse it with excitement. He certainly has his pulse on it, and I love what he's done at Showtime and what he's doing here for the sport. Let's meet the fighters. And let's start with the co-feature. And you heard Steve mention one of the champions getting ready to come out here now. She is a world champion. She comes fighting out of Chihuahua, Mexico. And you want to talk about a woman who has reigned. Well, she's been a champion now for 2 years. The WBC Super Bantamweight champion, 18-2, 5 knockouts. She's coming up 4 pounds to compete against Amanda Serrano. Here is Yamila. The WBC Super Bantamweight champion. And she'll be facing a woman who comes in at 41-1, 30 knockouts. She is the WBC, the WBO, the IBO world champion. She's held titles in 7 different weight divisions, more than any female fighter in history. She is the unified featherweight champion of the world. She is known as the real deal, Amanda Serrano. The fighting pride of Puerto Rico. So ladies, let's talk about this fight. It's going down on August 29th. And Amanda, I'll start with you. You know, here you again, another challenge. Let people know your thoughts on facing Mercado on August 29th. What should we expect?
Well, first, I really want to thank Yami for taking up the fight. She's a real Mexican champion. That's what you call a real Mexican champion coming out to fight me. Not too many want to, but thank you, Yami, para esta pelea. Thank Showtime for having me and Luz Bella for fighting for me. But it's going to be a great fight. There's never a boring night when it's Mexican versus Puerto Rico, so I guarantee you it's going to be a night of fireworks.
Yami, Amanda, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world. She has, if you look at her last 5 fights, she's stopped 4 of them. Tell us, why do you believe not only that you can win this fight, considering you're coming up in weight and fighting against a power puncher in Amanda Serrano?
¿Por qué puede ganar a Amanda Serrano subiendo la división si viene de noquear a sus últimas 4 rivales? Y es alguien que es una peleadora de poder.
Yo creo que estoy muy agradecida por la oportunidad y siento que soy la nueva generación del boxeo, que soy una peleadora fuerte, que cada vez va aprendiendo y que tengo mucha hambre por coronarme en esta división nueva, experimentar en la categoría de los plumas, y sé que va a ser una guerra y que los verdaderos ganadores pues van a ser el público.
I'm very excited and first of all very thankful for the opportunity. I think I'm a new generation of fighters, and I'm very blessed to fight here at this and with Amanda, and we want to fight in the featherweight division, and I'm very strong and ready for this.
Yami, will your power carry to 126?
Que si tu poder va a poderse ver bien en peso pluma.
Yo creo que sí, no es la primera pelea que he realizado en peso pluma, mis inicios fueron en esa categoría, entonces me siento contenta y muy fuerte para esta pelea.
I started my career in this weight class, then went down, and I'm very happy to come back to this weight class. So I'll be good there.
Amanda, let me ask you straight out. You look at some of these rankings, got you number 3, some number 2. Pound for pound, we talk about female fighters. Are you pound for pound number 1, the best female fighter in the world right now?
Well, I'm the best that I can be, and I want to continue to be the best, but it's an honor to be on that list, being anywhere in the top 3. There's great fighters. We have Olympic gold medalists up there. I've only had 9 amateur fights, so it's an honor to be up there. But it's a matter of opinions, and I'm going to continue to fight. And to me and my team, and to my honor in Puerto Rico, I'm number 1, so I'm happy there.
We'll wrap it up with this. What can you guarantee the people on August 29th, when they tune in to Showtime pay-per-view, that they're going to see when you step in the ring against a champion like Mercado?
August 29th, you're gonna see nothing but fireworks. You know, I always bring a great show. I always look great with my great outfit. And Mexican Puerto Rico, you're never gonna have a long night with us. And I think TYRON Woodley are gonna have competition.
Absolutely. Yami, same question. What can you guarantee that the people are going to get when they tune in and watch you fight Amanda Serrano on August 29th?
¿Qué garantizas que va a pasar esa noche, el día de la pelea?
Yo creo que garantiza una guerra entre 2 campeonas, diferente división, pero una guerra en la que las 2 queremos ganar, que nos levanten la mano y que nos cataloguen como una de las mejores libra por libra del mundo, y que esa noche pues el boxeo femenil se va a robar totalmente los reflectores de nosotras y van a reconocer que esto es la calidad de nuestro boxeo.
It's going to be a war. It's going to be a very fun night, and we're going to bring it all in. And yeah, the ladies are going to take the show that night, and it's going to be a great night.
Love it. One of the co-features that you're going to see on August 29th. Let's get to the other co-feature and the main event. And let me introduce a man who on August 29th on Showtime pay-per-view will be making his boxing debut. But he is no stranger to throwing hands. He's known as one of the hardest punchers in UFC history. He is the former UFC welterweight champion of the world. He's known as the Chosen One. Ladies and gents, TYRON Woodley. Went 1971 in his career, 9-6-1 in the UFC, making his boxing debut on August 29th. The Chosen One. And the man he will be facing. He'll be coming back home to the Buckeye State in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. It'll be his 4th professional fight. He has knocked out all 3 of his opponents that he's faced thus far. This And, Jake, I'll start with you, because you guys, had a private photo shoot. There was no media there. But in that private photo shoot, you had a chance to, kind of face off, look at one another. In the photo shoot, you said during the face-off, I saw it in his eyes. I saw a deep soul that he knew that right hand was going to crack him in his skull. You still stand by that?
Yeah, look, I saw fear in his eyes. I saw a man who just accepted a fight mostly for a paycheck. Saw a man who doesn't really have fight left in him. Saw a man who's been defeated multiple times now and who will be finished and sent into retirement by YouTube Disney star boxer.
Keyword, you saw a man. Something you're not. You're a problem child. That's all. You haven't even been in front of enough people to know what to judge a face off from. My sparring partners will finish you.
We'll see, you know.
But nice watch though.
We'll see what happens, you know. I think your career is over, man.
I know. You think I know. It's two different things.
I'm going to bounce your brain off of your skull. Instant concussion, you will be on the mat. You're just not the same Tyrone anymore.
I never was Tyrone, number one. Number two, everything you just scripted and wrote and practiced in the mirror, you shaking while you even saying it. Like, this is a fight. This ain't fucking for play. This for real.
Tyron, let me ask you this. Let me follow up on that. Because you told the boxing scene, you gonna knock Jake out in 3 rounds. Said, quote, you gas him up. You've got power, he's old, he ain't want to fight in a million years. You're the more hungry, younger guy. You're taking me lightly, think you beat me up. They're lying to this kid. I'm gonna F him up. You still stand by that?
I mean, look at my resume. Look at all the up-and-coming fighters, the Darren Tills, the Kevin Gaslams, the one that gassed up and they gave false hope that they can get the job done. Watch what happened. None of them landed a punch. So him being athletic, him having the right hand, him getting everybody either want him to. So many people come up to me on a day-to-day basis. You gotta knock him the fuck out. I'm like, damn, what this dude done did to everybody? He got people wanting to watch him. That's why we're sitting here right now.
That's the exact pressure that's going to crack you on fight night.
The pressure's gonna be on you,
you have never been in a fight like this, and you know that the whole MMA community
Robbie
is
Long,
counting
Carlos
on you.
Condit, Darren Till, I've never been in a
Never,
fight.
don't know who the fuck those guys are.
Exactly. the Hall
You've
of
never been on a
Famers.
fight of this scale.
Hall of Famers.
You've never been on
Put
this
your phone on
fight of,
YouTube.
you've never been
Slide over to
on
Hall
a
of
fight
Fame.
of this scale, which is why this is the biggest payday of your life. And you know that the whole MMA community is counting on you to knock me out and to beat me. When you lost to
I got one
Kamaru
person
Usman,
counting
when
on
you
me.
lost to Gilbert Burns, when you lost to all of those guys, you had built-in excuses.
When
Oh, they
have
were the
you
best.
fought anybody
Oh,
on that
they were
caliber?
the best. What happens when you lose to
When
Jake
have you
Paul?
fought anybody
What
on that
happens when you
caliber?
lose to Jake Paul? You're gonna be the laughing stock.
When
of the
have you
internet.
fought
Just like
anybody on
I
that
turned
caliber?
Nate Robinson into a floor mat, I'm gonna turn you into fucking
Dave
pigs.
Robinson plays basketball, he shoot 3 points and slam dunk.
Hey, Jake,
I knock people out for a living.
is this the toughest fight when you look at the 3 that you fought? Tyron Woodley, toughest fight thus far?
Toughest by far, and that's exactly what I want. I want to continue to increase my opponent's, skill level. I want to challenge myself. This is a legitimate
Increase
knockout
my level?
artist. This is a legitimate knockout artist. He was boxing while I was on Disney Channel. He's been boxing probably 4 or 5 times as long as me. Well, August 29th, Cleveland, Ohio, in my hometown, you will see a boxing clinic be put on, and this man doesn't go more than 3 rounds.
Tyron, one of the things we saw on social media is that you showed some pictures of you training with Floyd Mayweather. Can you tell us how those sessions went, and did he give you maybe some tricks that we will see on August 29th?
I mean, to get an opportunity to work out with Floyd Mayweather, an idiot would not take that advantage of that situation. He showed me stuff, not specifically to defeat Jake, but to be a world-class boxer in general. Techniques, positions, placements, hand positioning, movements. In MMA, sometimes we waste energy. Sometimes we do a lot of shoving and they don't have purpose. Everything I do, everything I throw is gonna hurt. My feints are gonna hurt. It's gonna make his body shake to the point where he don't know what the fuck's going on. So you can say, I'm about to say anything. I'm from the show me stage. You gotta show me. I've been in there. This ain't my first big stage. I was at the sold out Madison Square Garden with a fight of the night. The biggest gate they ever had in history. The best card in UFC history I was a fighter.
That's not true. The biggest game was last weekend in Vegas, but
The biggest game of Madison Square Garden. Listen to what I say, young man.
so how is Floyd Mayweather gonna teach you to beat me when he couldn't even finish my brother?
Just talk about money and just talk about clout. Because when we talk about fighting, you shouldn't even be talking in the same sentences with me.
I mean, we can
I'm a
talk.
Hall of Fame already. And I'm gonna make history bouncing your head off the mat. Now what?
Well, we can talk about fighting. I mean, if you want to dive into it. I mean,
What can-
look at your coaches. Who is your coach? Is
what
it
can we
Pedro
refer
Diaz?
to?
Is it Eric Brown? Is it Floyd Mayweather? You're bouncing around coaches like you do baby mamas. How many kids you got now? You're a 39-year-old man who's pulled up
Guess
games
what?
week.
You know
Get
what's
your
funny?
shit together, bro.
You know what's funny? You got on
Get your shit together,
You
bro.
look like a rap video.
All
Tell
of
me
this-
somebody
all
in your
of this-
neighborhood that dressed like that.
I'm going fishing.
Tell me somebody in your neighborhood that dressed like that.
I'm going fishing.
Tyron?
I am coach.
How about this?
You want to be a
People rap
rapper.
about what I
You
live. My coaches
want
are
to be a
cohesive.
rapper. You
My
have most of the
coaches are
songs on
cohesive.
Spotify that fucking suck with 2 streams, bro.
Brother,
You're
are you
39 years old
serious?
trying to become a
Are
rapper.
you serious?
You're trying to become a rapper.
Have you saw
Here's the thing.
yourself?
How about this?
Pull your hair
All
back
of the
and let's see
money,
your
all
line.
of the money,
Pull the front of your
all of the
hair
money
back
that you're
and see your
eating from this fight is going to your baby mamas.
Pull your
You
hair
bought-
back.
You bought a used Bentley.
You know
I
what's
see on
funny?
Instagram.
You
You
know
bought a
what's funny?
used Bentley
My
with your money.
biggest flex is my.
You bought
I
a
know.
used Bentley
That's
with
my
his
Hold
money.
biggest
on.
flex.
I think that these guys want to
So
hear
you
about.
actually think you
They
guys.
wanna hear about the fight.
Instagram covering up the steering wheel so you can't see how many miles is on you.
Bro,
Just got this Ocean Auto Club.
What-
Used.
Yeah, let's talk about fighting.
I'm talking about
guess
how
what?
you're.
Use Bentley, use Bentley, and guess what? You gonna pay for those words. brother.
So let me ask you this.
By the way, I'm not gonna pay.
Plugs,
I'm paying you.
plugs get pulled for that word. You gonna find out.
So let,
Okay, we're
Find out.
how about this?
Okay,
We'll
rapper.
find out.
Tyron,
I'm culture. I can talk about culture.
A lot of
I'm
people-
what they rap about.
a lot of people have written, because they go back to your UFC record, and they say, well, he's lost his last 4. He even lost his last fight, obviously in the octagon. Does he still have enough left in the tank? Can you answer that?
Jake, meet me in sparring tonight. Let's get a warm up in. Yeah, I guarantee you when you leave the gym, you'll never fucking walk in that ring with me, ever. If you really want to see, if we're a fighter, if it's all about money or if it's all about clout, meet me at the gym today.
Jake, Jake,
You're stupid as fuck.
Holler at your boy.
let me ask you this.
Watch what happens.
If you win this fight,
When?
and obviously you've knocked out everybody you face, if you stop him, what should they be saying about Jake Paul as a fighter?
I think they're already saying it, man. I think the secret's out of the bag. Look, I'm sparring some of the best fighters in the world. Andrew Tabiti, Jean Pascal, Jalen Love, Rob Safar, Ahmed Ely Bailey. Like the list goes
Scoring
on.
thoughts.
And when I knock out Tyron, I think people will be like, wow, this kid is he's the real deal. Like Amanda Serrano out here. We were just training last night. She has one of the highest knockout rates for female boxers ever, about to beat the record, and we just like have that same mentality. I'm a real killer. I'm gonna take Tyrone into deep waters and drown him. This is my make or break fight. People are wanting to see me lose. You know, the MMA community wants to see Jake Paul fall. They're counting on Tyrone, but he's just not gonna get the job done.
So I know there are members of the media want to ask some questions. We'll end it with this. We'll start with you, Tyron. What can you guarantee people when they pay their money for Showtime pay-per-view on August 29th to see you fight Jake Paul? What can you guarantee you that they're going to get on August 29th? Jake, same question.
I mean, people know what they get when you're tuning into a Jake Paul event. That's why I'm the most impactful 3-0 boxer in history. No fighter has ever accomplished what I've accomplished in 3 fights. And people can say I didn't earn it. People will say I don't deserve it, but I'm earning more than any fighter has ever earned 3 fights in. And people know what they get when they tune into a Jake Paul show. I'm knocking this guy out. That's what people want to see. And we're putting on a show.
How you gonna do it? And I don't think he don't deserve it. I think what he's doing is trying to, I'm a Disney, I'm a vlogger, and I'm fighting this seasoned veteran UFC champion. It's all just in case. It's a backup excuse for when I wax you in that ring. That's what it is. He a fighter. This is gonna look like a fight. It's a lot of fights that's taking place that people are like, oh, this is bad for the sport. Will look like a fight. It's not going, I'm not just gonna walk out there and swing 2 punches and everybody think I'm knocking him out in 2 minutes. This is a real fucking fight. I'm training like I'm fighting Mike Tyson. I want y'all to really know that. So don't fall for the BS. Oh, I'm Disney. Oh, this is done. No, this is a fight. You want to fight me? You sign the line. It's war.
We got members of the media. I know you guys have questions. We're going to pass the mic to you. Just make sure that you introduce yourself. Let us know who you're representing. Questions? Right here in front with the hat.
Jay, what happened to the kind of change? And are you planning a change for this fight?
Yeah, so the counter chain is at home right now, but Dustin Poirier sent me over his address, so we're getting that over to him, and I think he's gonna auction it off for charity. So people are gonna be, someone's gonna be able to get the notorious Conor McGregor Sleepy McGregor chain.
Before you answer the next question, Jay, you had initially offered Conor McGregor $50 million. Then after the loss, you said 23. Do you still want to fight Conor McGregor even after the loss?
You know, I think it could happen, right? I think the funny thing about this journey is I've predicted, you know, everything that has happened thus far. 18 months ago when I said I wanted to fight Conor, people laughed at me. Now I'm laughing at Conor with a broken ankle, sitting there in the octagon, and he needs Jake Paul more than I need him. So yeah, my offer to Conor is $23, and if we ever fought, I would knock those fake ass teeth right out of his fucking mouth. You know, Dustin Poirier defeated this man. Dustin Poirier is an amazing fighter, don't get me wrong, an amazing guy. I actually became a fan of his over the weekend. But, you know, he's 5'9", 155 pounds. I'm 6'1", 200. And so Conor McGregor would not stand a chance.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Victoria Bennett for Ring TV, and I just want to know if you do win this fight, what do you plan to gain from it, and who would you like to fight next?
Oh, when I win this fight, I plan to gain a lot of money. And look, the price of the stock just keeps on going up. Showtime pay-per-views, and I think there's a long list of people, you know, but it just figuring out who's active and who makes the most sense, and me and my team will make that decision when the time is right.
Okay, and that's awesome. And what advantages do you think your opponent has over you?
None.
I love it. Thank you.
Tom, could you answer that too? You're victorious? Another fight? Boxing?
Of course, I didn't get into this for a quick pay to get in and get out. This is a stepping stone for me. This is my entry into boxing for sure. So for me, I don't see nothing because he damn lied. Because he know good well I knock him out. But at the end of the day, when I look at him, I look at a kid that really don't have nothing to lose. I look at power. I'm not going to act like he doesn't have power. But anybody that had power, the brawlers, the Robbie Lawlers, the people that really possess the ability to possibly shut your lights off, they're the ones that maybe train the hardest. So I look forward to it.
Robbie Lawler, you know, that was a discussion going into my Ben Askren fight. Robbie Lawler couldn't knock out Ben Askren. Robbie Lawler's a beast. Robbie Lawler couldn't knock out Ben Askren.
You're talking about me.
1 minute, 59 seconds, I finished your best friend, butt buddy.
I'm not trying to gas Robbie Lawler, by the way.
Yep. In the blue?
TYRON WOODLEY, this is Mohammed with the Electronic Armor Report. What do you plan to do after this fight in boxing? You plan to continue to fight in the world of boxing, or do you want to go back to what you've done before?
I plan to continue to fight boxing, to be honest. It's not going to hurt me to focus just on striking, focus on my positioning, focus on my punching, my defense, my counters, and just being mobile, just with your hands alone. So when I fight a mixed martial art fight, I think I'm going to go into the fight with more tools to be sharper. So one thing that we do too many times, I know it's dope for you guys to hear, y'all want to hear predictions, but when you think too far beyond the fight that's in front of you, that's when the shit goes the other direction. So for me, this is the biggest fight of my life because it's the next fight.
Jake.
Lance?
Yeah, hey Jake, I wanted to ask you, I mean, when Tyron is talking like this, is that what you actually wanted? I mean, you wanted an opponent like this, going to test you with a bigger puncher than the previous guys you fought, correct?
Yeah, I love it. I haven't been hit in 3 fights. It's a fact.
That's gonna get hit in this.
As a professional boxer, that's sort of unheard of, and I just want to add some experience. I want to be a world champion, and so if I'm just fighting guys who can't hit me, you know, how am I going to get better in the ring under those lights and get that experience? So Tyron's a perfect person to maybe get me to the 3rd round for the first time ever.
Can you take this stuff from me? Okay. Cause you said I look real silly for no reason.
Yes, Matt.
David Avila, question for Amanda Sano. Amanda, how surprised were you that you weren't able to get another featherweight titles to compete against the adversary?
Well, I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, we've been gunning for the champions at that weight for a couple of months, about a year now. When I said I wanted to become undisputed champion, it's definitely still my goal and they're still in my sight. And yeah, but I'm just super honored that I'm able to fight again, even if it's against another champion, it doesn't matter. But yeah, hopefully we can get those fights soon.
Yes.
Giandra Levant, Boxing Insider. Tyron, he mentioned that he didn't know any of your previous fights. If you had to pick 2 or 3 of your fights to introduce Jake to what type of fighter you are, which of your 3 past fights would you tell him he needs to watch to really know who you are?
Jake's a fan, so he knows all of my fights. He played me on the UFC video game, and you know, he's just saying
I don't
that
even
because
own an Xbox.
he says that because it sounds cool to basically try to discredit the person to the side. But at the end of the day, he's talking about a career. Okay, I have a career, and I had a career before it was even legal. Yeah, I was a what?
Keyword, had.
Okay. Back to intellectual conversation.
For sure, bro.
He literally recognizes what I'm possible. He just said I'm a seasoned striker. How would you know that I'm a seasoned striker without watching me? He just took somebody's word for it? No, he watched me. And he's gonna watch me punch him right in the face. And he gonna look in his corner, he gonna look at his coaches and be like, you lied to me. You told me I could beat him. You told me he was old. You told me he was washed up.
That is actually not what they tell me. They say this is the biggest challenge, and every single day they say this is a serious fighter.
They should have told you it was suicide.
There's a lot on the line here. This is a high-risk fight, but they tell me you will beat him and you will KO him. They're not sitting here fluffing my feathers, okay? Like I have the best team, one of the best boxing teams I've ever seen in the world. It's Patriots, Bill Belichick, Bulls, 96, 97, team problem child. They're not here gassing me up. People think I have yes men. People think I have weird people around. Look, I mean, he didn't want to take that bet.
But I didn't want to let you fucking get the upper hand. At the time you said, I'm like, man, that sounds appetizing, but I didn't want to let you just get that moment.
Okay, so how about this? Let's make a new bet right now.
I just
Let's make a new bet.
ass.
If I beat you, you have to get I Love Jake Paul tattooed on you. but if you beat me, I get I Love TYRON Woodley tattooed on me, and you have to post it on your Instagram feed. Deal or no deal? Are you confident or not?
What's happening? I think I should do it?
Yes. Oh, this guy has no fucking confidence.
Yeah. You want no deal? Yeah.
Can we shake on it? Here we go. Folks, let me just say this. It's going down Sunday, August 29th, Rocket Mortgage Field House in Cleveland, Ohio. It's live on Showtime pay-per-view. The main event, the problem child. Jake Paul taking on the chosen one, TYRON Woodley. 8-round cruiserweight bout. The winner not only gets a victory, but somebody's going to get tattooed. I love the other guy on his body and putting it on the gram. And of course, we get 2 other champions. Amanda Serrano taking on Yami Mercado. It's going to be a great night of fighting. Fighters, let's face off. Let's start with the females first. Yami, Amanda, Let's get you guys to face off. Let's get the belts. It's Mexico, Puerto Rico. The Real Deal taking on Yami Mercado. The WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the World taking on the Unified Featherweight Champion of the World, and a woman who's won titles in 7 different weight divisions. Face to face. Mexico, Puerto Rico, August 29th on Showtime pay-per-view. And now to the main event. You got the former UFC welterweight champion, the chosen one, TYRON Woodley, taking on the unbeaten, the problem child, Jake Paul. Let's go! It goes down in the Buckeye State of Ohio. Jake Paul's hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, Showtime pay-per-view.
Let's go, baby!
TYRON Woodley, a UFC champion, making his boxing debut, taking on a man who became a YouTube star and now pugilistic puncher.
You guys face down. 10 seconds.
Let's get down clear. Do you one more night, got it.
All 4 fighters, please.
So let's get down clear. Mama, please don't
August 29th, Showtime pay-per-view from Cleveland, Ohio. Tickets go on sale next Thursday, July 22nd. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. And of course, we will see you August 29th in Cleveland on Showtime pay-per-view.
I see what you did there.
Stay by the driver.